Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you all very much. I want to thank you all very much, most of all, for the 10,000 subscribers. I'm actually over. By the time I made this video, thank you very much. I would have never thought that anyone really wanted to hear what I had to say. But I wanted to tell you guys, moving along, that I had a little fender bender accident here in Aurora, and I was imposed a fine far beyond what I can normally afford. And not only was I imposed a fine, I had to go to a class which I had to pay money for too. It was $60, and then I had to write a 300-word essay on what I learned. That's all they said. You got to turn in your certificate with a 300 essay of what you've learned. She didn't say about the class, about her, or anything else. So I'm going to share with you guys my essay on what I learned. What I learned. I learned that though we do not have debtors' prisons, Aurora figured out a way to circumvent that for their own gain. As you can see by their buildings, huh? I learned that men in funny black pajamas think that they can impose violence and the loss of freedom simply because they've been given this imaginary power. I learned that if you are a part of this system called the government, you don't have to pay for your crimes. You can do anything. You don't have to pay for them like everybody else. You are immune from prosecution when the prosecutors are your friends. I learned that there is no justice for the poor. I learned that mercy is a word which is deplorable to the Aurora municipality. I learned through many encounters that Aurora will lie, cheat, and steal for their own gain, and they will destroy the lives of the very people of the city to which they serve. I learned that accountability is non-existent amongst their own. I learned that integrity, honesty, and justice are words very unfamiliar and hated by the justice system of Aurora. I'm sorry, the injustice system of Aurora. I learned that all of this is supported by Sean Day, the presiding judge of Aurora. How do I know? Because it was Sean Day who personally wanted to attend my trial, so he can deal with it. And since I was forced to plea, he was the one that imposed all the fines on me. So him having the power to show mercy, he showed none. I learned that the courts of Aurora will spend an enormous amount of taxpayer money, without limits, defending unlawful and lying, retaliatory charges that they place against innocent people, even the indigent people of their city. I learned that the class that if you have a nice set of tits, you get away with more traffic infractions than most. I learned that police can lie with total confidence that they will be absolutely protected and defended by the Aurora courts. I learned that a police officer can get only 90 days in jail for rape. And yet someone can just be exercising their First Amendment right to free speech to seek redress of grievances from their government with a piece of chalk and get the same sentence imposed on them. That's Westminster, by the way. I learned that Aurora police can go into a man's home and kill that innocent homeowner, and not only get away with it, but they will call it justified and within policy due to the situation. The city should be ashamed of themselves. I learned that Kimberly Geller should be arrested for assaulting and falsely reporting and accusing an innocent man of a crime that he did not commit. She's a lying bitch that has no place in the city's halls of injustice. Arrest Kimberly Geller for the crime of 18-8-111. The crime of placing a false statement to a police officer. I learned that the poor, even under the indigent status of the courts, is harshly and unjustly fined in the amount far beyond what they can possibly come up with. I learned that the people of Aurora will be charged and punished for the most frivolous of victimless crimes, yet they can lie, cheat, steal, maim, and everything else with impunity and no fear of prosecution. And lastly, okay, on page 5 I wrote, I learned that I will stand against the injustice perpetrated by the city of Aurora towards its poor people. I will raise my voice loudly, and I will protest peacefully. You know, sometimes they just don't get it. You know, it was pretty rough to come up with this money, but I feel that if they're going to steal my money, I'm going to give it to them in the currency that I choose. Because it's good old American money. Still hasn't been taken off the market. You can still go get some at a bank. Stay tuned. See you guys shortly.